What is up, bros? Me, Josh, here, and today's video is all about the Tier 10 French battleship, the France, and this is my most anticipated battleship from this entire line because I find it to be extremely fun and different, which is what I love in this game. I've played this game a lot, and anything that brings a different kind of playstyle, a unique playstyle, something just different across the board, I really love. A little bit of a disclaimer though, still considered work in progress and things are subject to change, and we got about another patch where this comes out officially, this entire line, so plenty of time for this thing to change before its official release, but this is what we have right now for the preview. The reason I love this line is because it brings almost that Scharnhorst mentality of a fast firing battleship, and the reason, as you can see, is it has a long range, 26.1 kilometer range currently, and a base of 24-second reload, which already is the fastest at its tier, but when you take the reload module, you get down to 21.1, and if you run Adrenaline Rush, we actually got it down to 16 and some change seconds, which is absolutely crazy, of a caliber that's over 400 millimeters. I believe 431 is what this thing runs, and now that's almost Yamato size. Now, of course, Yamato size is a little bit bigger, but that is a big shell to be shooting at not only 21 seconds, but with Adrenaline Rush, almost 16 seconds. So one thing I noticed you can do with this ship is you can actually get a shell off with, because it has a relatively low a range, is I was able to get a spotting range I'm talking about. You can get the first salvo off, and then you can actually get a second salvo off on a battleship before the battleship can actually turn. So I found that to be very successful going against other battleships, especially opening up. And there was one game that I had with this thing, and I really enjoyed this ship, where I was able to get one salvo on an Iowa Citadel to him from a decent range, and was able to get the second salvo and pumped in 35k on him before he was able to finish off his turn. So 2 salvos, and especially going against something like a Moskva, be super effective. So I'm loving this. As you can see, I'm just kind of letting the fire burn out. It's one fire anyway, and Adrenaline Rush is amazing. So with the addition to the France specific captain, which has basically a buffed Adrenaline Rush, that's even more awesome. So this thing is really fun. Not only does it have a, as we tap that gearing with some big old AP, not only does it have, and I gotta go away sadly because of these torps, but it has a fast fire rate. And don't mind me as I take this torp, chat. Don't mind me. I played this about as bad as I could have. I apologize. Okay, so instead of taking 0 torps, we want to we're boosting the Adrenaline Rush. That's all we're doing right now. So one of the worst plays I've ever done in warships. Don't mind me, just hanging out. We want to get that reload down as quick as we can. So as you can see, we're trying our best. So a little bit of a misplay there, but still we're able to knock down some ships. Boom, nice little 20k salvo there, tied up with the Yamato, and we are down. So this ship has speed boost, which is amazing. I found this ship to be able to really focus down and hold the flank, which is one thing it really did. Like there's a game where I played on Atlantic that I was able to kind of hold down an entire flank as the team went B and C, and I was able to hold down A, because you can pump out so much damage, knock down cruisers, knock down battleships, as well as kite away, as well as move relatively good, and you have a really high AA rating as well. I mean, you're well over 100 ratings, so your damage is pretty solid. I mean, as you can see right now, we're at like 17-second reload on almost 400, really 430 millimeter shells. Those are big shells, and we're chunking stuff. We are chunking stuff. Now the Normandy, the Leon, stuff like that, they're known for not really being able to do like a lot of damage consistently against battleships with the smaller calibers. These are big, so you're pumping out big shells very often. So I'm really enjoying this ship. I gotta play a little bit like a sniper right now because I did have that terrible misplay and we're down to 22k. But I found this thing to be a lot of fun because of its fast reload. It really is that Scharnhorst playstyle at tier 10, which you really don't get. You know, you get the Montana, which is kind of, I wouldn't quite say shotgun effect, but lots of shells going out and kind of dunking stuff. You have the Kurfürst, which is the brawling tank. You have the Yamato, which is the Bowwind tank. And this is kind of a, now I'm playing a little bit more like a sniper right here, but this is that threat of, I'm going to pump out a ton of damage quickly and can really punish you if you're rolling. And on top of that, you have decent secondaries as well. like I think over 10 kilometers of secondary range. So right now we're pushing in. I think we have the DD still on this side, so I'm a little worried. We're gonna try to finish off that Moskva and get some pressure on these guys, and hold on to that repair a little bit because I wasn't sure where these guys were. So we're gonna push in, try to do what we can, and try to do a little bit more damage. I would be in a lot better spot if I wouldn't taken 3 gearing torps, but that was my play right there apparently. But no, been having a lot of fun with this ship, and I don't know what they'll do. The reload is pretty nuts. You have, like I said, you have high AA, you have that high flexibility, which is what I like. I like being able to hold down sides and really kind of be very effective and almost be like that battle cruiser. You know how the Charnors kind of plays almost like a battle cruiser, where it can tank as well as be aggressive and be quick and really put a lot of pressure on an enemy team. Unlike, let's say, like a Colorado, which is much slower but can tank better. And now this thing doesn't have torps like the Scharnhorst would or anything like that, but you can be effective, push your side, hold down an entire side, and then when the team has kind of recovered, if they're holding down 2 to 3 caps and you're holding down kind of the 1 cap, you can start to push in and then get aggressive. Like the Yamato right now, I'm starting to push in full speed and really try to help him out, because right now it's the majority of their team. I think we killed one of their DDs and the cruiser on the other side. So our other side is only battling a few, and they're starting to push up. So we're just trying to hold down this whole side right now. So we have a lot versus just us, and I can't really get burnt down too much. But we're going to keep working on these battleships. So it just seems like you always have your reload up, which is amazing. That's your strength. So, are you going to be able to bow tank like a Yamato? Are you going to be able to bow tank even like a Montana, really? Probably not, but man, will you punish something that is caught broadside because of that fast reload, and I absolutely love that. And that's something we haven't, of course you can punish anything broadside, but that quick reload. And I really noticed how kind of fun this ship could be when I did catch, in a different game, not in this one, when I did catch that battleship that was kind of broadside. Early in the game, I wasn't even spotted, and he was able to, I pumped in like 35k, like I said, without him being able to even finish his turn. So you even get that with a 21-second reload. So with the try and draw some damage off of our Yamato, so hopefully he can live. But being able to just punish and pump out, and there he goes with the fire, so he's probably gonna go down from that. Zhao and Moskva are always brutal, especially when they're working together. But here we're using that lower detection. It's not the lowest by any means, but to kind of get a reset and get in a better spot, so then we can kind of take advantage of maybe some broadside ships that are moving up. And as you can see, it's me, my destroyer, my Yamato just went down. But we have, what, 5? At one time, I think we had 7 ships on our side, on our half of the map. So we're doing a really good job at kind of slowing their team down, as our team on the other side is putting pressure in on them, and then basically making the, as you can see, I'm trying to pop over that map. If you guys didn't know, that's like a little bit of as the replay goes a little crazy. But one thing you can do though is, if you're not quite sure of the angle, you can hit M really quick to spot your map, and it gives you kind of an elevated view of what you can see, and you can kind of see over island. So that GK can't even finish this turn. I'm gonna get the shot off. I couldn't do that in any other ship, so we put a shot on that Moskva, although it did hit the island, so we didn't get it, but we were able to get that shot on him. Didn't end up doing too much damage, but we were able to get the extra shot. If it would have been a kill, that would have been funny. But the thing I'm laughing at is I forgot this was the game that we had. As you can see, something was in the middle, and it was an enemy Minotaur and a friendly Tirpitz. And I think it's the first. I don't know how they rammed, because the Minnow has pretty good torps, and the Tirpitz has its torps and is a battleship against the Minnow, and they rammed. So I think that was the first time I ever saw that. So we're starting to drag this out a little bit though, and start working on this Missouri. Now I think we catch this Missouri as he has to turn here. Actually, he's playing it pretty good right now. But one, we're just trying to hold down the side and do what we can. This is a new play style. It really is. It's very versatile. It's awesome. You're really good against cruisers. You're really good against destroyers as well, because you have a relatively quick reload, and you can be super effective against battleships as well. This line seems to be kind of like a cruiser hunter line, and I was trying to get this Des Moines to kind of just post up there, but he doesn't play this very well. He needs to get that third turret off, and I was kind of hoping he would just focus a little bit on the front two turrets, because I'm trying to hold this down as much as I can, and I can't really give a broadside. We can keep pumping in some damage, but I wish our DM hadn't gone so aggressive here. He takes a decent little hit, doesn't go down, still rocking 12k, but I wish he kind of would just hide and just stay alive. At this point, you know, it's so important to just not die in most situations. If you don't die, then you'll still be alive. You can write that down, you know, maybe put it on your wall. But was really hoping. So he goes down to 20 some or 2,000. The battleship actually puts a shot on me, which is good, which is what I was trying to do. I was trying to bait out a shot so our DM could stay alive, able to get that turn off as well. And boom, down he goes, a nice little big salvo. Those are those big guns. That's that fast reload. Another battleship wouldn't have been able to do that. So here is where I wish the DM kind of would have just chilled right at that point. See how he can get his two front guns over without being in trouble. For some reason, that's not enough for him, and I was kind of bummed out. So he then edges out to try to get more of an angle. I don't know why. Like just settled there, and as you can see, they're getting capped, which only means one thing. There's only one ship that can be there, which is the Zhao. So I'm gonna push up, and I wanted our DM just to stay where he was. If he had radar, I think I asked him for radar, but I just want him to stay there. But instead, he gets greedy, and there's no reason to do this. He just completely throws the ship away. So I was kind of bummed, especially that he was in tier 10, and that's how he played that situation. We could have had a Des Moines that was still alive and burnt down this whole Bismarck, but this ended up being kind of a butterfly effect, because we start working down the Zhao, and boom, there's some 430s to the face. The Zhao hits me hard because of the Zhao or the HE, so he starts to work me, and I have that Bismarck on the other side. As you can see, the secondary is popping off. Secondary is actually pretty solid on this line, but it's tough to kind of like brawling and whatnot with this line, because the armor, actually the brawling, you can actually brawl pretty well with this line, and but we need to get that Zhao. The Bismarck is scary, but the Zhao is even worse, so we're gonna really try to work on this. I have the Hindenburg behind me, so I figured as long as I can tank for a little bit, especially with how hard I'm hitting him right now, like look at that, boom, back to back. I thought 600 life, he could get that, the Hindenburg, right? Which can hit anything from like 20 some kilometers. So I missed my shot. Hindenburg is missing every one of his shots. I put in one more, and for some reason I repair that. That was a total misplay by me, which kind of stunk. But I figured I could get away from this Bismarck secondaries and could then go. But again, he's just missing all the shots on that stationary Zhao, which really sucks. I keep missing mine though. And I think we get him right here. So kind of a bummer. He snags me with the last little tail fire right here, which ends up being our death, which sucks. We're gonna end up burning out because we're just gonna take the extra damage. Kind of, my Hindenburg kind of let me out to dry a little bit doing that, but 154k. We're gonna go down right here. 3 kills, 160k. Again, you know, if you stack up the secondaries, you can actually do pretty solid on this, but a little bit of a bummer. I wish our Hindenburg would do that. Again, 2 misplays for me in this game, so the game could have even been bigger. I could have been way more aggressive. I didn't take those 3 torps. But overall, this line is a lot of fun to play. It's very different. It's unique, and this is kind of the best part of it. I think the France is so much fun to play, and really looking forward to not only this line but this ship, especially because at tier 10, that's amazing. We end up winning this game, guys, and so I won't drag you out through the rest of it. But again, that ship is currently work in progress as I'm bouncing around to see what's going on. Our champion working on some stuff, and yeah, we end up winning this. I think we end up just capping it out, and had fun playing it. This is one of the more fun ships I've had. Damage seems to be pretty damn consistent, and really looking forward to it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video on the tier 10 French Battleship of France. I like it. I hope you guys will too, and I'm looking forward to this line coming out and you guys getting to check it out. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.